I have no clue as to what's going on with the colors. I had my usual light on, and it was like it was turning me yellow. And color's not right yet, but better than it was. Welcome aboard, mateys. So glad you're here. We have a lot to talk about this morning. Um, for those of you who do not know, and I'll repeat it as more people come in, but Timmy's father, Charles, passed away yesterday. Um, so may you rest in peace, Charles. Um, Other channels knew about it last night as well. Ron Darrell knew about it. I forget who else. But yeah, the word's gotten around a little bit. Now, for those of you who might not know, if you know the Slow Momentum channel, that's Keith and BJ. Well, Charles is BJ's uncle. So, yes, I am feeling better, Nancy. I still got a little bit of a tickle that causes me to sneeze every once in a while. Still got a little tiny bit of phlegm yet in the throat, but it's pretty much gone, which I'm thankful for. I'm just like, this is getting old for a while there. You know, it just, I wasn't happy about it. And I've been drinking a lot of fluids, mostly water. I'm having Pepsi, or not Pepsi, but RC Cola right now. Kenny, welcome aboard. Kenny, if you didn't hear it, Timmy's father passed away yesterday. Oddly enough, day before yesterday, my brother-in-law passed away as well. Actually, it was my wife's first husband, and my sister's first husband. Boy, did I screw that one up. Anyways, my sister's first husband, Jim, he passed away. And it was expected. His son, my nephew Rick, yeah, it's kind of a mixed up family, but it always has been. But doesn't stand to inherit a thing, even though there was a lot there. But who gives? You know, if I die and I leave my money to a home for wayward cats, is it any of your business? Now, Jim didn't leave his money to a home for wayward cats, but he did leave it to St. Jude's Children's Hospital and Goodwill. Anyways, charitable organizations is where he distributed his estate. And I think that's admirable. Oh, okay. I'm getting the pop-ups, but not the ad ones, which I'm liking that. Getting a pop-up for YouTube or email, that's fine. It's those ads that kept driving me insane. They seem to have gone away now. I hope so. And thank you, Kenny, for sharing that out. I appreciate it. What other news? Oh, actually, I have a question. My Facebook Messenger is not working. I noticed this morning it was beeping up here in the queue, the tabs, and it said I had a message from Cindy Catanese. Well, I can't get messages on Facebook. I did call Cindy's number. I have the phone number, and it just rang and rang and rang and rang some more. So I finally, gave that part up. I did put in a message to that number that, hey, my Facebook message is not working. Whether that will indicate to somebody, or whether she gets the message or not, that's the next wonder, you know. So if anybody at all has heard from James Catanese, either on live stream or anyways, tell him my Facebook Messenger just is not working. Uh, it was working okay on my Chromebook, my Samsung Chromebook. The Samsung Chromebook has died. Tina said, take it to Verizon. It's under warranty. It is under warranty. I have insurance. Guess what? Probably the computer's fine, but it's indicating, every indication from the tests that I've done is that it's the battery. Guess what? They don't warranty the battery. Well, if they do, it's way past warranty. Number two, I have insurance. They don't insure the battery. So yeah, I'm gonna have to spend $40 to $60 to get that Chromebook back up and running. But at least the Facebook worked on it. Oddly enough, Facebook is actually working on this computer. It's working on my phone, my new phone. My new phone won't get Facebook messages, nor Messenger, and neither will this Chromebook, which my sister gave to me, I don't know, a month ago or so. It's just, hey, I don't use this. I don't like Chromebooks. Well, okay, fine. I plugged it in, made sure it was up and charged, and I've been using it now for several days. I think James' email is probably in his About page on YouTube. Thank you, Nancy. That's a good idea. I hadn't thought of that. Actually, I do have James' email and my own email. Email is working. I hadn't thought about using it. So, thank you. Maybe after the live stream, I'll do that. Okay, up and coming, or what's been happening, actually. Since Wednesday, I was so sick Wednesday that I had to cancel out. And Lance took over the live stream, which we thought was going to be fine, but then he fumble-fingered and locked himself in the basement. Well, by that time, I was passed out in my own bed. And it was a bad night. So later, when I got the message from Linda Barker, or maybe it was Susan, I don't know, it was either Linda or Sue, said, hey, you need to lock him back on it. It was already past, several hours past. So I don't know. I apologize to Lance that I could have rescued him had I been awake. Oh, well. And I still have yet to review how did it go for him for the few minutes that maybe he was actually running my show. I did get a message from Kevin Pollock, wherever he's staying. He says, hey, somebody's hijacked your YouTube account. He must have stepped in. Okay, I'm glad that Boomer was fun. He always is. He's got that oddball sense of humor. I mean, he could tell you that, the King of Canada passed away yesterday, and it would be straight line, straight-faced, bald-faced lie. I love his humor. I really, really do. You got to pay attention to Lance to figure out what's going on. Don't play poker with him. Not real poker. right. And since Wednesday, I've worked a couple more shifts for Pepsi Cola and for GPM. And yeah, I was still kind of recovering, but each day got better. So yesterday, the shifts went extremely well. The one at Walmart down on Alpine. Well, part of the reason it went well is that, yeah, there was only 15 coolers, maybe 17. I can't remember right off the hand. But there wasn't any backup stock to put in the coolers. I mean, there was a little bit, but mainly all I did was face it, make it look pretty, and oh well, if there was no product, there was no product. Take a picture of it, move on to the next. So it got done in under 2 hours, which should tell them something that, you know, had I had product, I would have been there probably closer to 3. Those little coolers they put in the checkout aisles. I mean, right now, you know, you self-scan, you know, where you do your own checkout. You scan your product, you put it in the bag, you pay for it. Yeah. They put coolers right there where that customer is standing, taking their stuff out of their cart. And I'm standing there going, I'm waiting for them. I got to take a picture of that cooler. I got to quick fill it. But there's other customers waiting in line to use self-scan. Yeah. But yet, those coolers are the most important ones to either Pepsi or to Myers or Walmart. I don't know who they're more important to. But that I was told those are the ones you got to get done first. Yeah, you want me to lock the front doors so these people aren't checking out in my way? Yeah, if you fall in the basement, I think it's the host, which would have been me, that has to bring that person back up. Yeah, I can put myself in the basement. Watch this. I'm back. I put myself in the basement. Okay, I just happened to see Kenny. Cindy said that James was going home on Monday. I did not know that he was not home. So apparently I have been missing out on stuff because I've been sick. So I'm guessing right now, Kenny, that James was in the hospital or what? In jail. Yeah, that's probably where he was. All right. I didn't see any smoke coming up from the state of Washington, but I'm sure Bree took care of those hackers. Okay, I'm looking. The only other obituary I did not mention was Gordon Lightfoot. That was over, what, a week ago now? So, yeah, I've been singing Gordon Lightfoot songs. Dennis and Don got some stuff done for me. Oh, and now we actually have done a little bit over at Holly's place today, this afternoon. As quick as I put up the thumbnail for tonight's show, we'll be heading over to her apartment to put furniture together, like her bed frame has to be put together. Her kitchen table has to be put together. So that's what we'll be doing before the live stream at 6 p.m. And Holly, by golly, will be on uh, tonight, probably around 7ish, somewhere in there. You know, I started to call her Crystal because I'm leaning in trying to read, chat, and talk at the same time. And so I'm reading with one eye and talking with the other eye. But Crystal's Pets and Plants just posted a video. Okay, Ken says he has been in the hospital. Okay. A heart attack? Holy shit. All right. Obviously more prayers for James, and looks like he's stuck in there for the weekend. Oh, goodness. That's sad. But yes, prayers. We all need prayers, and James needs them right now. And then Timmy's family needs prayers as well. He called me yesterday, of course, so let me know. And, you know, my heart goes out because, well, number one, Timmy has been a blessing to this channel. And Timmy has told me that Charles' favorite person in the world besides Timmy was me. He looked forward to the live streams, especially to watch, you know, us kibitz back and forth. So I definitely feel that I've lost a very, very good friend who I never met. It's an odd feeling. So, no, I'm not going to wear a bra for Charles. Even if I hear him calling from the dead, put on a bra. Nah, not doing it. There's Mr. Timmy. I just told everybody I was not going to put on a bra for Charles. I know he wanted me to, but I'm not going to. God rest his soul. And we're glad to see you, Timmy, that you're up and about and that you're dealing with it. We just found out that James Catanese is in the hospital, or at least I just found out, thanks to Kenny being on top of everything. A lot of us did not know that James possibly had a stroke and is in the hospital and may possibly be coming home Monday. Cindy tried to get a hold of me on Facebook, but because of all my computer issues and new phone issues, my Facebook Messenger is not working. The Facebook page works. I can go to other people's Facebook pages, but I can't do the simple messenger that's on Facebook, nor can I do the more sophisticated messenger that's the newer version. I can't do that. Don't ask me why. I honestly do not know why. I'm sure it's a computer. You got to be a geek, and I'm far from that. I had an interesting thing with this featured channel. I actually thought for a week now, I actually thought since last Monday, anyways, I thought they changed their name. And so when I clicked on their old name, it naturally would take you to their new channel. So I'm watching their new channel. And I'm making comments and this and that. And it wasn't until early this morning. Not their channel. I thought I was watching the featured channel. I was watching another channel that YouTube directed me to automatically because I made one tiny mistake in typing in the featured channel's name. So that kind of makes it even more mysterious. And we'll get a chuckle out of it once it's all said and done. The main thing I would like to add to clues, I think you know that it's a couple. I think you know they've seen trees and waterfalls. I think you know they're full time. They claim they have a pet. And I actually had a mystery going on. I've come to the conclusion they have a pet in the form, it's a feline pet. Has an odd name. We'll talk about that later. But I have yet to see that cat. There's William Brody. Where can I get some plain Jane bowling shirts with no logos? I prefer yellow. Yeah, William, Timmy's father passed away yesterday, just so you know. Charles, he's gone. Gone to be with Jesus. What a blessing. You know, sometimes, people say, what did you just say? But think about it. Yeah, it's a sad time, but it can be a joyous time as well when you think about it. It's an oddball way, perhaps. I don't know. Growing up, I went to funerals as a kid. My father died, and that was sad. And then my mom passed away, and that was sad. I'd already lost my grandpa. I mean, yeah, there was death after funeral after funeral. To the point where I think maybe my sister and I got tired of funerals. Okay, so you're dead. Whatever. Life goes on. I know that's not the exact attitude, but it was almost, my grandpa, who I just totally loved. I was 8 years old. I was coming home from school because they sent us home early. I think it was third grade. I don't know. But the principal came on the intercom system and said that we were being excused early to go directly home, that parents who normally drop their children off to school had been called, and that all other parents had been called, but we were instructed to go home. And the reason for the early release of the students at noon at my elementary school was because the President of the United States had been assassinated. Yes, John F. Kennedy's assassination. So I'm on my way home, and I get home. It was over a mile walk, and we were out in the boonies. We didn't have school buses back then either. I get the house. I said, Mom, the president passed away. She says, yes, I know. Sit down here, have some oatmeal, because she always gave me oatmeal when I got home, because that was my favorite thing. I loved to have oatmeal when I got home. Well, I wasn't really hungry for oatmeal at the point in time, but, I started to sit down, I started to take a bite, and, I was going to ask Mom more about the president. And she says, no, I got something to tell you. That's going to hurt. I'm like, oh, now what? He says, your grandfather passed away a little while ago. My grandfather passed away on the same day that John F. Kennedy had been assassinated. Okay. So now my grandfather lived with my father's sister, my aunt, in Detroit. So, I don't know, I think it was whatever, a few days later we went to Detroit. And my sister, yeah, she went too. But anyways, my sister was already married and yeah, had her own family. But yeah, she went. Um, so we're at my aunt's home, um, and of course TV was on. Yeah, the only thing that was on TV was all about President Kennedy, which understandable. And all my family seemed to be talking about was President Kennedy. My family was Catholic and da 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 da, and Irish. Oh. And at one point in time, I got kind of upset. I says, could we maybe talk about Grandpa? And my cousin Bob got up and shut the TV off. Yeah, I was 8 years old. Somebody listened to me. Nobody's listened to me ever since then, but Kyle, welcome aboard. Anyway, yeah, it was different, and that was a loss that I don't think I've gotten over that. All right, who did I miss here in chat? Yeah. Oh, really, Nancy? Wow. We were stuck on TV and radio on 9/11. When it happened, I was Spectrum Health had a child care center, daycare center for children for its Spectrum employees. And I was there doing maintenance when the whole thing went down. And I was the one that actually told the people at the daycare center what had happened. And we couldn't turn it on for these young kids, but we did watch it in the manager's office on the television that happened to be in there. Oh. Is Nomadic Hippie talking about metaverse mating dance playing Eye of the Temple? I don't know if I want to know. I think it's some of those virtual games that he likes to play. Nancy, our treasured home, welcome aboard. And I think I said hi to Kyle. Let me check to make sure I haven't missed anybody. Kyle and Nancy, we got to put up prayers for James Catanese, who possibly had a heart attack. We don't know the exact details. Kenny mentioned that it was a possible stroke. And he may get to come home Monday. And Cindy tried to get a hold of me, and my Facebook Messenger thing isn't working. But also, so and put up some prayers. But Timmy Ray the King's father passed away yesterday. That was Charles. You all know Charles. He'd film Timmy winning the races, and he'd holler at us. And he always wanted me to put on a bra. But yes, he's gone to be with his Lord. Um, yeah, that 9/11 thing, that was, that was the day I stopped listening to rock and roll. But I will say this, the rock and roll station in town, WLAV, they continue to play pretty much rock and roll. Business as usual. All the other channels, however, were covering 9/11. And that's what I wanted to hear about. And I somehow got stuck on talk radio since 9/11. I still listen to talk radio. All right. But I will say I do turn over to rock and roll now and then. After a while, you get sick of hearing about politics. Ryan, the tech guy, our treasured home, mentioned you in a post. Well, no, this looks like something I better try to look at pretty soon. Ryan, the tech guy. That must be somebody you know, Nancy. It's on my little screen here for YouTube. I better write it down because that's a pop-up that I'm not going to click on right now. Ryan, the tech guy. He must have posted on one of my things. So I'll have to go back and check. What else is the news? Oh, I got you, but both. Thank you. I was trying, what the heck are you talking about, Kenny? I got it now. I'm a little short on the end, one end. Okay. So, anyways, thank you, Nancy, our treasured home, bringing me supporters. Appreciate that. Which brings me to my next thing. Patsy called me this morning, said that there's a shout out on a thing called Telegram. She's kind of created a Captain Jack page on Telegram. I went on Telegram a few days ago after she mentioned it, and I'm like, okay, there's two people I know who apparently have used Telegram, and I said something to them. I never heard back. So I'm not sure how Telegram exactly works right now. Patsy says it's just like your group on Facebook, that it's a private group, and you invite people to join your private group. Okay, I guess I'll try it. She says, and it's not, you can get away with basically saying anything. She said you can say the F word on well, I think I've said it on YouTube before. What's the difference? How many times have you heard me say freaking? Okay. Little bit of phlegm in the throat. A whole lot better than it was. And, I was a little concerned thinking, oh, gosh, there's not very many people here. Well, most places it's nice out. It's raining here today. But most people are outside doing stuff. It's hard to be on YouTube when, for once, it's not snowing. I should be out in the yard too, but no, we're here for the normal routine that we'll always follow. I mean, it has to be something major to drag me off my wanting to be consistent. Consistently crazy. I know. See if we can find a cat. And I doubt that we will. I wonder where the cat is. Oh, okay. That's cool, Kenny. Yes, Nancy, that's the other thing. I was just getting down to that part of the notes. It's just underneath Telegram application. I'll let you know more about that as I experiment with it. Holly is going to be on tonight. Holly by golly with a weekly laugh report. And we'll see how that goes. Now, here's a thought. One of the reasons I can't work this week is I gotta get her moved. The rules under the assisted whatever, getting help from the government, you can't just go out and get an apartment and then not live in it. If they're paying for it, they want you to be there living in it, not hanging out over here. So she has to get moved by next weekend, or she could lose the apartment. So now I'm under the gun. I can't accept any more work. I got to get her moved. That's what we'll be working on this afternoon, all day tomorrow, part of Monday, most of Tuesday. Well, no, most of Tuesday. I do have a heart doctor appointment, cardiovascular, on Tuesday. It's just a checkup. It's not as serious as Tina's. I'm just going to check my pacemaker, make sure see if my on-off switch works, that kind of thing. And then, let's see, Wednesday, all day. Thursday, most of the day. Friday, all day. Well, let's hope that by Thursday or Friday that she's actually living in her apartment. That doesn't mean that all of her crap is going to be moved out of here yet. But let's hope we do get quite a bit of it gone, so I can have some room to breathe. But I won't have room to breathe because I'll be recovering from moving all this shit. But yes, Nancy, Holly will be on tonight. I'm sure she'll talk about that a little bit too. In 20 minutes we'll be wrapping things up and got to put her walker in the truck, and we're heading over to the apartment. We were supposed to do stuff this morning. She wanted to go to the bank. She wanted to do this and that, but mail didn't run until 9:30. And I haven't been out there to check to see if the nursing check came. But her idea was we need to go to the bank, get the nursing check cash, and that gives us money to move with. Well, I can cover it. Do I have a choice? What choice? So I don't know, for the feature channel, does this give it away? That's not a waterfall area. This is actually closer to where Carl is. Where is Carl, by the way? He might be working. Yeah, sometimes he has to work on Saturdays. Yeah, there's a few people who are not here this morning. In fact, I was surprised Kyle checked in. I would almost think he'd be out in the boat searching or doing something. I know Kyle don't sit still, not for long. and he's got Ringo. And Ringo ain't gonna let him sit still at all. Oh gosh, excuse me. Well, I can hear all kinds of. I can hear cardinal chirping. I hear all kinds of birds. It's nice to have the patio door wide open and the windows open. Thank God, get some of this smoke out of here. This stench. And I don't have to run the air conditioner right now. Yesterday was actually running for a while. Now, what I did notice, I just got the last month, got the month of April's gas bill. And, the furnace was still running a little bit. But this was an actual reading, and I owe a whopping $6 for my gas bill. Thank you, Lord. I am caught up on my gas bills. I am caught up on my electric bills, but they're still way too high. That oxygen generator really sucks the electric. So next month or the month after, I will probably see a good drop in the electric bill because I rarely need to run an air conditioner. It'd have to be 120 degrees outside before I turn on the air conditioner. Are they full-time? Yes, they are full-timers. They are a couple, male, female, just to be, promoting Bud Light. No, I'm joking. Anyway, and they have a cat. I figured that out. It took me a while because I knew their names. I knew it was a couple. I knew they were full time, but there was 3 names. That's okay. This third name must be the name of a pet. Doesn't show a picture of a pet. Did find an icon.
There's really nothing to talk about.
And it's a cat. So they have a cat. I have yet to see the cat. Indian River. Okay, you're talking Indian River up by the bridge? And that was a recovery operation, I'm thinking. It makes me sad when I'm impressed with the equipment and how sophisticated it is. For those of you who don't possibly know, Kenny might not know, but Kyle and I did go out on Camp Lake and he demonstrated it. But he's got this nice bass boat, and I'm sure go out and catch bass, but that's not what it's used for. It's used with the sonar equipment for reconnaissance. They use the sonar. It's very, very sophisticated, but it's for finding, people underwater that have drowned. Body recovery, if you will. I mean, he finds it on the sonar, and the divers can go in if necessary. That type of work, which is kind of, I don't know. It's necessary, of course. You'll search, and you'd like to say rescue, but often the rescue turns into recovery. But it's fascinating. And we went out on the lake here, and this is 2-3 weeks ago, and we were treasure hunting with his boat, and we saw a paddle boat was the very first thing you could tell that's what it was, underwater, about 15, 20 feet, and it side scans, and we saw quite a few things. We were looking for cars because we had a rumor that there were cars in Camp Lake. If there were, sure there were, they have either been recovered or they have sunk down into the silt to where you cannot see them on the sonar. 3 names on the channel name. Yeah. Let me think that. No. There's not. There's only, well, they don't give their name on the channel per se, but they have, it is kind of a double name on the channel name. You could say that. The channel name kind of indicates that they are a couple. Bernie, welcome aboard. It's only 9:46. My goodness. It's going on 1 here, baby. I love that live stream you did the other day with Ray. Yeah. That was cute. Aha, Kenny. Let's see. That is a really good guess. It fits the clues, but it's not them. It's not Melanie. Yeah, I wasn't on that live stream, Renee, the other day very long. Oh, she's guessing Doug and Ava. That's not a bad guess either. They had a dog, though. Anyways, it's not Doug and Ava. What's their channel name? I love their music. You did hear all the clues. Yeah, you did, actually. Well, then there's the visual clues. We know they've seen palm trees and gravel roads and fences, sky, trees, whatever. Everybody thought it was Bree because of the Tennessee waterfalls that she's not been to yet. Yeah, the channel's traveled quite a bit. They're into a lot of things. They like kayaking. They like hiking. Should I say the usual? Cooking. Oh. Oh. Couldn't take it anymore. I was hoping I had a napkin. Yeah, another day. I think that'll be the last of it. It's getting down to white mucus. There's no hint of infection in it anymore. No color that I can see. You know, that purplish brown. No, I'm talking about the green. Yuck. I don't even want to talk about it. Diane Phoenix and I were talking about The Exorcist last night. That was on Ron Darrell's channel. And that one part where everybody knows the part where Linda Blair's head spinning around, she's throwing up green, yucky pea soup. Yeah, no one's forgotten that particular scene. You know, I'm not into horror flicks. I don't care for that shit. You know, just don't care for it. But The Exorcist was, my goodness. Yeah, Bernade's a year behind. She's all right. The only reason Bernay is a year behind on her videos is because she is nonstop. You know, she goes from one fun thing going on to the next fun thing going on. And then, you know, you got to get something to eat and go to sleep. And then get up, get something to eat, and move on to the next fun thing. I bet she's got more stock in the film than you can imagine. You know, our other good friend Tina does the same thing. She films everything. And that's why it seems like, well, Tina, you're way behind. That you talked about that a little bit on your live stream last month. But now we're seeing a video about it. Well, that's because it takes her a while to get to the footage and get it into a video format or a premiere format, whatever. Me, I just go, what you see is what you get. Throw it in there and publish it and call it good. Okay, Ford Man is guessing, is it chasing our RV sunshine? I don't know, is the sun shining out? Barely. We were having some raindrops earlier, but it seems to be coming up. Yeah, I know, Bernay. I was talking about that with Diane last night. It was traumatizing. That was, God, I was what? 16 maybe? I don't know. Went with my girlfriend and like, oh my God. Especially what Linda Blair was saying to the priest about his mom. Oh. You're not good at it? Yes, you are. You know, you are good at it, Brene. You really are. No, Ford Man, it's not Brene. She's not a couple, at least not yet. And she's been to a lot of these places, though. Let me tell you. Yeah, you'll meet her this year, too, now I think about it. She's coming. She's not going to miss M23, and neither are you. It would be your first time. And I think you're going to be camped right next to me and Tina. So, or at least I hope Tina will be there. You know, we don't know what the plans are for her. But I have Site 72, and I think you're in 71, if I'm not mistaken. Rally Creative Travel. Welcome aboard, by the way. PS Adventures or KNE RV TV. Good guesses. Incorrect, but they are good guesses. We've got 5 minutes to go. I'm being strict on the time today. I have to be. Quartzsite 22. Yeah, that's right. Kenny was out there. I have yet to be to Quartzsite. Someday. Now, this coming winter, if God willing, of course, if it really happens, and I think it's going to now that things have changed here where I could actually say, shut the cottage down. Holly, find another nurse and turn the key in the bus and head south. It looks like the Carolinas are going to be my main destination for this coming winter. Hopefully I can travel around a little bit who knows? While I'm headquartered in somewhere in North or South Carolina, I just want to be where there ain't no damned snow. And then maybe I could go outside and not have to wear a shirt like this. Wait, this is my shirt. It's the shirt I got for my birthday. Yeah, they might make me wear a t-shirt going into a store or something, but um, most of you know I hate clothes. Okay. Oh, thank you, Timmy Ray. Wow. I'm going to put that up on the screen, Timmy. Um, Rally Creative Travel. Yes, thank you. You are praying for him. Thank you. And in case you didn't know, Gordon Lightfoot passed away a while back. Okay. Beaufort, South Carolina, or Savannah? I will definitely keep that in mind. Absolutely. Right now, it's kind of trending towards the Outer Banks. But I still have contacts also by Myrtle Beach, which is in South Carolina. I don't know what's going to happen. I could end up in Bumscrew, Georgia, for all I know. All right. So, up and coming tonight, 6 p.m. I'll be putting up thumbnail very shortly, and we will continue this charade. Looking for a cat that's not been found. It's okay, Kyle. We know the cat's alive and it's not in the water. It's okay. Thank you, Rally Creative Travel. I ran into a guy that's from there. Can't remember his name. He's just walked in as a customer, and I don't know. I said, "Where are you from?" And he said, "North Carolina." I said, "Oh, I've been thinking about that." I seen some pictures of the Outer Banks. He said, "You got to go there." He says the winter rates for your motorhome are less. He said about $400 a month is all you'd have to pay. You can watch the sunrise and sunset across the ocean, across the water, both ways. Says it sounds fantastic. He says and there's plenty to do. I says it sounds fantastic. And then I saw that there's horseback riding on the North Banks and things like that. I would love to ride a horse on the beach. I'm already a rider, so that part's taken care of. I've never ridden a horse on the shores of Lake Michigan or anything. So, yeah, I want to do that. Ride a horse on the beaches at North Banks. Blaine and Mallory, yep. All right, Linda, we'll see you tonight. In the meanwhile, everybody, it is 1 o'clock. Thank you for being aboard. And fair winds and smiles. And of course, may God bless. Thank you for being aboard, mateys. And the broadcast. Okay.